Mr. Skywalker, there are too many of them. What are we going to do?
Order 66 is by far the darkest scene in the entire Star Wars saga, and we are going to see more of it in Kenobi. Hey guys, what's going on? So it's been confirmed we are going to see some more Order 66 scenes in the Kenobi show coming to Disney+. And with that news comes the idea that they could show some things that may be suited for more mature audiences. Now, I've talked about how Disney has the potential to make darker and more adult Star Wars content, and honestly, Order 66 is a perfect chance for them to really show the darkness that consumed the galaxy during and after the Great Jedi Purge. I mean, think about the darkest moment in the Star Wars galaxy's whole timeline. It's right after the Jedi Order fell. So of course, this is going to be a great chance for them to show just how dark things really were. Now, obviously, this show has a ton of hype surrounding it, especially with Ewan McGregor coming back to play Obi Wan Kenobi and Hayden Christensen coming back to play Anakin Skywalker / Darth Vader. But now, because of these details, there's just an extra level of hype added. So in today's video, we're going to be going over some theories about what we may see regarding Order 66, and how those scenes may be even darker than what we saw in Episode 3. But before we get into today's video, be sure to subscribe. I have been getting a lot of support lately, and I appreciate it a ton, and YouTube has actually let me know that over 80% of you guys aren't subscribed yet. So go ahead and force push that subscribe button so we can hit that next subscriber milestone. Now, let's get into today's video. So in the Disney investors meeting, there was a ton of concept art shown that dealt with the Kenobi series, and one of these pieces was described as such. It says, "Concept art shows a Jedi, lightsaber blade ignited, defending a trio of younglings as the newly anointed Darth Vader marches on the Jedi Temple with a legion of clone troopers." I mean, oh my gosh, that is awesome, and it's going to be great to just see that happen in live action again. I mean, we saw a little bit of it in Episode 3, but it was just kind of like a tease. It wasn't really a lot. So the fact that we could get more of that is just really exciting and makes me look forward to Kenobi even more than I already was. Now, there are so many things that we could see, and we actually know from Legends and canon that there were several things that Anakin did while in the Jedi Temple that we didn't necessarily see in Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. One of the first things that he did was search for and kill Jedi Master Shaak Ti. Now, there was a deleted scene in Revenge of the Sith that showed this happening, but it was eventually cut. Now, he needed to get to Shaak Ti because she was one of the most powerful Jedi that was in the temple at the time, and she was the only remaining member of the Jedi High Council within the temple walls, because the others were spread out across the galaxy, or they had joined Master Windu and had fallen to the hand of Darth Sidious. So we may see Anakin confront and kill Shaak Ti, which would finally give her a canonical death, which would be nice. Now, I think that this is extremely possible because Lucasfilm has said that they are looking for 3 females to fill certain roles for the Kenobi show, and one of those actresses may just be playing Shaak Ti. And seeing this scene in live action, again, would be kind of dark. Another event that we may see is something that we only got a glimpse of in Revenge of the Sith, and that was when the newly appointed Darth Vader confronted and slew Jedi Master Cin Drallig. Now, in the Episode 3 video game, we go through this fight in its entirety, but to see this unfold in the Kenobi show, like in live action, would be epic. I mean, the concept art did show a Jedi defending a group of younglings, so that Jedi could be Cin Drallig. Master Drallig was the battle master of the Jedi Order. It was a title reserved for the one who was responsible for overseeing the combat training and military tactical strategy of the Jedi. It was also noted that the Battle Master was usually a Jedi of extreme battle prowess, basically meaning that he was usually the greatest warrior that they had. Master Drallig was also the head security officer in the temple, the head of the temple guards, and a proficient lightsaber instructor. So seeing him and Anakin go at it would make for an epic confrontation. Not to mention that Lucasfilm has also put out a casting call for a male actor between the ages of 30 to 40 years old, and that could possibly be to fill the role of Cin Drallig for the Kenobi show. Now, after he disposes of Cin Drallig, he obviously would move on to, well, the younglings. Seeing Anakin, or, well, Darth Vader at this point, killing younglings would be incredibly dark, and it is this scene in particular that I think may give it the darker and more adult rating. I mean, episode 3 just had a lightsaber ignition and that was enough. You know, we knew what was going to happen. We really didn't need to see anymore. So who really knows how far Disney will take this? But the concept art does show children being protected from Vader, whom we already know is going to kill them. So the chances of seeing this, at least seeing another glimpse of Vader's wrath against the younglings, is very high. Which again, since we are talking about younglings dying, is pretty freaking dark. Another fight that we can see is Darth Vader versus Jocasta Noon, the temple librarian and keeper of the Jedi archives. Darth Vader needed access to the communication beacon in order to send out the message telling all the Jedi to return to the temple and that the war was over. However, Master Jocasta wouldn't allow him access, so a fight ensued, if you can call it that, and he slaughtered the elderly master. Now, the message that he sent out was the same message that we saw Obi-Wan dismantle and recalibrate as he warned all the remaining Jedi to stay away, and this happened in episode 3. This would tie in Kenobi to the temple slaughter. Perhaps we will even get a glimpse or a flashback of Obi-Wan walking through the temple with Yoda like we saw in episode 3 and seeing the carnage that his former Padawan caused, and really see the misery that this caused Obi-Wan. It would be a harrowing scene and really set the stage for what we will see in Kenobi, which again is going to deal with Obi-Wan dealing with Order 66 and the downfall of the Jedi Order, and also how he feels personally responsible for Anakin turning to the dark side. Order 66 is the darkest scene in Star Wars, and for them to be bringing it back onto Disney Plus just gives me more evidence or recognition that they are planning on making darker and more mature Star Wars content. Star Wars is in a pivotal place right now. I feel like we are just recovering from the past few years, and we can either move in a better direction for all Star Wars fans, or we can continue down this path of division. Kenobi will play a critical role in this process. I choose to be excited for all upcoming Star Wars projects, and I hope that they are all good. However, I am also hoping that things will change for the better, and that we can continue to get great Star Wars content like we've seen in The Mandalorian. And if that means that we need a change in leadership at Lucasfilm, well, then so be it. Honestly, having Order 66 scenes in Kenobi, even if they are for more mature audiences, will bring the fandom together. Let's just hope it works out and that they give us good Star Wars content, because, I mean, at the end of the day, that's all we want. Anyway, that's it for today's video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Also, if you liked what you saw, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more Star Wars content. And remember to forever be a Star Wars fan.